This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, a St. Louis County police officer is facing multiple criminal charges and is on administrative leave, accused of firing shots into the air at a school event in Kirkwood. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush. Kelly Jackson has the day off. The officer is the son of former St. Louis County prosecutor Bob McCullough. Our Christine Byers was the first to report new details about this case, and she's live outside Tillman Elementary School with more on how the community and the school plan to move forward. Christine.
That's right, Mike. A lot to unpackage here with all of these criminal charges. There are 5 counts of armed criminal action, 4 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, 1 count of making a terrorist threat, and 1 count of unlawful use of a weapon. Now, the shooting happened Sunday afternoon at a trunk or treat event. The families attending were from Tillman Elementary School, but because of construction, the event was held at North Kirkwood Middle School. Parents I spoke to today say Matthew McCullough pointed his gun in the air and fired multiple shots with a smile on his face. One couple told me they ran for their car with their 6-year-old daughter, Miriam, and other parents scrambled to find their children. Miriam and her parents spent much of today at Tillman Elementary School. The school was closed for classes, but it was open for students and parents to get mental health resources.
It just really took me by surprise, and I just grabbed her hand and we ran. So very fast and left. So it was, I really feel for the parents who were separated from their children. I can't even imagine the level of panic they were probably feeling. So I'm just thankful that nobody got injured.
Now, the McCullough family also issued a statement today stating they are grateful no one was physically injured in the incident involving their son. It read in part, "We also are painfully aware that an incident such as this can and does cause significant emotional trauma to those, especially children and their parents who witness such an event. Our thoughts and prayers are with those victims." And late this afternoon, I spoke with St. Louis County Prosecutor Wesley Bell, who says his office will be handling the prosecution of this case. It has a special unit devoted only to prosecuting police officers and other public officials. Live outside Tillman Elementary, Christine Byers, 5 on your side.
Pacific Police released new information today about a triple shooting that happened Saturday that left 2 women and a 3-year-old boy severely hurt. According to police, the suspected shooter, Quentin L. Howard, knew the victims. He's in jail and charged with 7 felony counts. Charges include 2 counts of felony domestic assault, 1 count of unlawful possession of a firearm, and 3 counts of armed criminal action. A 10-year-old girl was killed and 3 others injured in a crash that happened this morning in Potosi. According to the Missouri State Highway Patrol, the driver lost control of a car when coming around a curve on Highway 21. The driver struck a tree, killing the 10-year-old who was sitting in the back seat and wearing a seatbelt. Her name has not been released. The other 3 injured kids were taken to nearby hospitals. As of now, we do not know the extent of their injuries. Missouri State Highway Patrol says the driver was severely injured. This month marks 1 year since a gunman opened fire on the campus of Central Visual and Performing Arts High School. The deadly shooting took the lives of student Alexandra Bell and teacher Jean Kushka. It's a day that not only impacted students and staff at the St. Louis High School, but the community as a whole. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay gives us an inside look on a unique way one local clinic will remember this tragic day.
It's a scene many will never forget.
It was a moment of chaos and fear, and quite honestly, a lot of unknowns.
When a St. Louis high school known for its creativity and art became the latest target of a school shooting.
To think that that safe haven, that sanctuary of learning, became a place where life was lost. That was the part that was the hardest for me.
Dr. L.J. Punch was one of the many who showed up to Central Visual and Performing Arts High School on October 24, 2022.
I remember going on the scene and showing up with what we had, water, stress balls.
His contributions to the CVPA community didn't stop there, though. As the medical director of the bullet-related injury clinic, Dr. Punch has spent the past year working with survivors.
Bullets go deep into our lives, and they bring us back to the worst moments of our lives. Good medicine means we need to tend to that.
That's why the Brick will be hosting an event at the Del Mar Divine to mark 1 year since the gunfire that changed the school forever.
If we don't observe that, if we don't hold that in some kind of remembrance, that pain goes unseen.
Dr. Punch says it's a time to bring the community together because the healing is far from over.
1 year anniversaries frequently bring up the recurrent feelings of trauma, fear, helplessness.
Feelings that Dr. Punch is hoping to bring the exact opposite of on October 24th of this year by providing active listening, spiritual care, and therapy to a community that's forever scarred.
We want to make sure people have a safe space to come and breathe, exhale, be seen, and be cared for.
In St. Louis, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side.
The event is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and all services offered will be free. Walk-ins are welcome, but they are encouraging people to register. Tonight, 5 on your side learned students from CVPA and Collegiate will be off next Monday and Tuesday. Well, today's been another chilly October day. It seems sweater weather has begun. We're joined now by 5 on your side's Jim Castillo for our Weather First forecast. And Jim, what do you think? Any room for short sleeves this week?
You know what? We started to warm up a little bit today, Mike, and yes, so tomorrow closer to 70 and then well into the 70s on Wednesday. But you know, the mornings are going to be quite chilly. Right now, looking at our high eye and looking west, right over St. Charles and Interstate 70 there, it's clear. But the visible satellite shot taken from space during daylight hours only, it's Fayette County, Illinois, Marion County, Jefferson County, Clay County, Illinois, where the clouds kind of hung on tight. But it's 63 right now at Lambert, northwest wind at about 10 miles an hour. It's going to be another chilly night. Look at the dew point down to 42. And as this wind dies down, which was up throughout the day, we'll start to see those chilly temperatures again by morning. Some 30s outside of St. Louis and low 40s around the city. So we're in between high pressure to the west, low pressure to our east. And again, temperatures pretty pleasant right now, but we will talk about those warmer afternoons and when the chance of rain is this week coming up, Mike.
All right, Jim, thanks. New at 5, several people in multiple South St. Louis neighborhoods say they haven't gotten their mail for weeks. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer has been exploring the issue all day. She's live in St. Louis after talking today with neighbors in South City. Diamond.
Good evening, Mike. Well, residents in Shaw and the Lindenwood Park neighborhood say it's been 14 days or more since they've had mail. And many of those residents say they're upset but want answers. Some of those residents even are using the U.S. Postal app to monitor mail delays. And the Office of Inspector General's latest audit report on the U.S. Postal Service reveals the turnover rate for employees has risen from more than 38% in 2019 to 59% in the last year. Now, Jill Miller, a resident of Shaw that I spoke to earlier, took things one step further and filed a complaint with the Postal Service. She's now calling for a long-term solution.
When I called that they have a staffing shortage and they're short-staffed, and I asked what can be done about that, and the woman I spoke to told me that everybody's short-staffed, that the whole world is short-staffed.
Now, I did reach out to the U.S. Postal Service for comment, but they have not responded to that request yet. When they do, we will be sure to update this story. Reporting live downtown, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Coming up, Congress is set to vote on a new Speaker of the House tomorrow, the Ohio representative with his eyes on the position. Plus, war continues between Israel and Hamas, the measures Israel is taking against their enemy, and how it's pushing millions to the Egyptian border. And coverage of the war may be negatively impacting the mental health of children, what experts recommend parents do to help their kids understand the conflict.